feel-good ending when like it's not really a feel-good ending at all. But the guy feels good, and maybe he'll be happy the next day. Maybe he won't.
I understand you're a good musician, or you like to
musician.
play music. So you wrote a song for this movie?
I didn't write it for the movie. A friend of mine wrote, two friends of mine in fact, wrote lyrics to one of the songs like years ago, and I wrote another one with another guy last year. And I think, they were just recorded on my computer, and I'd never been in the studio before or anything, and I think Nikki Reed gave a CD to Catherine, and Catherine just like put in these two songs in the cut, and then asked me to come and look at it, and I thought it looked quite cool, and so I didn't really think about it. Even when they put it in, it was right at the beginning of the edit, so it wasn't even as hyped as it is now, and so I didn't really think about it. I didn't even know they were going to be on the soundtrack, and until fairly recently.
Are you interested in pursuing music as a career?
Not right now, because I think it's kind of tacky to look like you're cashing in on something. If it was my movie and I'd like written it and everything, then I wouldn't have any problem with it. But I mean, like, I don't want to do it off the back of somebody else's work. It's silly.
And what is your plan as far as the kinds of movies you'd like to do now? I mean, Little Ashes is coming out in March, which is a very different kind of romance, a gay romance.
Not even romance.
Well, how would you describe
There's a lot of similarities between Twilight and that.
Tell me.
Well, sort of, very vaguely. No, it's just a kind of, I guess it's sort of devastating. Right? It's when two people essentially fall in love with each other, arguably, and no one really knows what the extent of their actual relationship was. In the film, they sort of do, and it kind of, and it ruins everything in both of their lives. Not so much in Lorca's, but it really does destroy a lot of things in Dolly, but mainly because he's such an intensely sensitive man. I mean, he had so many neuroses about everything. I mean, his sanity and his sensibility was such a knife edge, like his whole life. I mean, it would have been impossible to do anything. But I guess in Twilight it's the kind of same thing, but they kind of figure it out, whereas in Little Ashes they can't figure it out.
What strikes me at the end of Twilight is that I'm very anxious to see the next one.
Yeah, that's what I was trying.
I don't think there's anyone else who, women at least. I wonder, are you getting much response from men on Junket? Have you been interviewed?
Yeah, I've been surprised, like by guys who've seen it.
And what are they saying?
Well, they don't really come out saying it's a really girly film. I don't think it is a very, well, again, I haven't seen it. Is it a girly film?
It's a girly film. I'm sorry.
I tried making
you may want to. But how do you feel about doing more of them? I mean, this is not a I mean, it's going to happen.
I'd gone into it thinking it was a trilogy, and I'd planned out how to play it for a trilogy. So I mean, I don't have a problem with doing it. I mean, I definitely have. I have a lot of ideas about at least the second one. So I mean, I'd love it if they do it. I mean,
well, the second one doesn't have that much of you in it.
Yeah. But
how are they going to deal with that?
I mean,
they'll have to get you in there somehow.
No, I like that, just having the ominous presence. I mean, like having the big spectacular comeback at the end. I mean, it's quite. That's what I liked about it. And it would be terrible if you keep like sticking little bits of me in it. It kind of dilutes it. Like coming back with a big comeback where you're killing yourself in Italy. I mean, that's so cool. I mean, it needs to have like less. It needs to have the presence. That's what I liked about the character. It's what makes it. It's what makes the second book like good. Well, it's not the only thing that makes it. The second book's my favorite book out of the series.
Why is that?
I just thought it was. I don't know. It felt in the same way that the first one feels very voyeuristic. It seems it's just Stephanie Meyer just kind of writes in this way that literally feels like
You're there.
Well, it feels like you're reading somebody's diary, like, and it seems a very. I think that's why it's so successful. It's like a very, in a lot of ways quite simple, but in a lot of ways like because it's so obsessive, like only she could write them, like, and so. In the second one, even like little simple things like the months at the beginning, in like tons of other books that could just be the tackiest thing, but I actually found that quite a powerful little tool. I mean, I thought that was like, I thought it was really sad when that happened, and like, I thought a lot of it was really, really sad.
Yes, it is. It's very sad.
Yeah, I like it as well how they're so long, because it kind of, it allows that kind of claustrophobia. Like everything takes the character so long to actually come to terms with things, and in most teen or young adult books, I guess it's kind of based at young adults. They're only about this long. So
Yeah, it's true. No, you get in there. So what's next? Do you know?
I'm doing a movie called Parts Per Billion. Dennis Hopper and Olivia Thirlby and Rosario Dawson in January, I think.
American accent?
Yeah, another one. Yeah.
And that's what kind of movie?
It's like it's another love story. It's about three couples, different generations, and it's in LA. I have no idea how to explain it. It's a very poetic script. I mean, kind of ridiculously poetic. I've never seen a script like it, and it's a kind of treatise on marriage, I guess, sort of. And the kind of how your future can be based on a relationship with someone in different time periods. It's very strange. It's a very, very strange thing, but
Are you getting a lot of offers now?
sort of. I guess people are still even industry people are scared of hype. I mean, I'm scared of hype. We don't want to risk it. It definitely got way more than it did last year, but I mean, it wasn't very hard to beat. But
The test will come after the movie
I guess
is.
if it makes money, that's how the industry works. So.
When that happens, are you interested in the kind of big studio movies that some people would be throwing at you?
I mean, I really don't categorize anything. I mean, I mind sometimes about the people, but it's always the script. I think people are starting to forget that the script should come first. Like, even if it's a great director, if it's a rubbish script, I'm just like, I don't care if it's a big studio thing or not. If someone, there's a lot of first-time directors who are also writers, and I've always judged things on if someone's a good writer